Hey Astral fam, I'm Astral Jen and welcome to the No Fluff Show, where we don't just talk about spiritual theory, we practice energetic sovereignty. And if you're watching this episode, it's probably because you've felt it. That shift, that moment you knew something touched your field that wasn't you. You felt foggy, you felt invaded. You felt like you were suddenly carrying weight that wasn't yours, and maybe you don't even know how it got there. This episode is your energetic first aid kit because spiritual violation is real, and whether it was a dream you didn't consent to, a spell done behind your back, or someone doing so-called healing without asking, or even an emotional cord that wrapped around you too tight, you need to know how to clear it, cleanse it, and close it. And in this episode, I am going to share all of that with you. So let's get into it. So let's talk about the interruption, or as I like to call it, the invasion. When you realize your field has been breached, you don't panic, you ground, you get still, you claim your space, and basically you stop the bleed, because energy responds to awareness. The moment you notice, you can begin to neutralize. So the moment you feel something is off, your whole demeanor has changed, your energy has shifted, you ground. Okay, so the best way to do this is sit somewhere where you can put your feet flat on the ground, put your hands over your heart or your solar plexus, and calmly say this: I feel you, but you are not mine. You must leave now. This isn't aggression. This is energetic clarity and awareness. And the clarity is more powerful than force. You're not fighting it. You're commanding harmony back into your field, and nothing that doesn't align with that harmony has to go. You can also try this. Place a bowl of ice water and salt in front of you. Mix it up, and then speak your name over that bowl 3 times, and then say, all energy not aligned with me is absorbed into this water and leaves my body and space now. What you'll do is you will cleanse your hands in this water, and as you do, you will see any energy that is not yours washing off of you. Then you will flush this water, clean the bowl, wash your hands again, and release any energy that is not yours. Definitely try these whenever you feel an interruption or an invasion, because they will definitely help ground you, bring you back into a safe space. Now I want to talk about revoking agreements, because a lot of times these happen and we are not conscious of what's happening. We are not conscious of the agreement. We are not conscious of the contract. And here's the truth. Not every spiritual contract you're tangled in was made with clarity. A lot of times it was manipulation, someone manipulating and trying to control you. You know, some were made in moments of weakness when you were dealing with something really heavy, in desperation, or even in another life, another timeline, another dimension. Some were handed to you, some were taken from you, and some were signed without your knowing. And that's the truth of it. It comes in many different forms, in many different ways, in many different energies. But here's the deeper truth beyond all of that. You can revoke what you no longer agree to, and that is law, that is justice, and that is divine balance. So I want to give you a journal prompt, okay? I want you to write this, because as you write this, your energy is pouring out and you are sealing it in the 3D. Write it like this: I revoke all spiritual contracts, bindings, oaths, or agreements that were made without my full understanding, full will, and full awareness. I do not consent. I restore the authority over my own soul and life destiny. These contracts are null through all realms, all dimensions, and all timelines. And so it is. Once you pour all of that energy out, you write it, you feel it with intention, with conscious energy. Then take that paper that you wrote that on and burn it safely and allow the ashes into the wind or flush them, because that is the ultimate release. This is how you can consciously revoke an agreement that you do not agree with, that was done through manipulation or done in another lifetime, and all of those wounds and things you have worked to heal. So now you are being released. You are being let go of. This is energy you must consciously say no to and cut the cord. And I've talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again. It is vitally important to close all energy portals, okay? Anytime energy is moved, especially uninvited, a portal was likely opened. Portals don't just exist in fantasy. They are literally energetic gates, moments of access, connection, and vulnerability. And if you don't close them, they stay open. And some of the things that I see when these portals stay open is people who are practicing this energy. They start to have mental illness. They start to have nightmares. They start to have really bad experiences. And you can find these people who have these situations all over the internet, because they'll go from one belief system to another belief system out of fear. And they will say, it's all because of this, all of these things that I did, and all of this bad that it brought into my life. No. It was because you didn't close the portals. And yes, bad can come through just like good. So it is vitally important, if you are doing any kind of energy work, no matter your belief system, you have to open the energy properly and close the energy properly to protect yourself. This isn't a game. This is real. So the best way to close a portal is you can light a single white candle. You face the direction you felt any type of energy come from, right? That you think might have come through some sort of portal that you opened by doing readings or any type of spiritual work or even prayer. Even when you use sage to cleanse space, you are supposed to open and close this energy. Okay? So if you feel something in a certain room of your house, right? Or if you feel something lingering that you just cannot break, you light that candle, you face the direction where you feel it, right? Or you face north, depending on whatever the situation you're dealing with. I'm giving you different options here. You place both hands on that candle and you say, you are sealing the door, the entry. So you'll hold the candle with both hands. It'll be lit. You'll be looking at the flame. And you will say, any portal open to or from me is now closed. This space is sealed. This field is sovereign. This soul is mine. And then you will visualize the portal or the door closing. You will visualize, the lock turning. You will visualize the veil descending, because that's how you put it all together. Then it is final. Then it is done. Then it is closed. Then you are respecting the energy and you are safe. But it is important to realize that whatever energy work you do, you can open portals as you move that energy. And if you don't close them, there are repercussions to that. There are consequences to that. So just close the portal. It's the easiest, most simplest way to be able to do your spiritual practices and stay safe. Another way to do this is to return the energy cleaned but not cursed, because we don't play with revenge. That is bad energy. That is low vibe. We work with alignment, okay? Because when you return with clarity, it always lands more powerfully than if you return it with anger. So you want to return it with light, with clarity. I want you to say this, okay? I return all energy, emotion, intention, or projection that is not mine to its source. Cleaned, released, and disconnected from me. This is not a curse. This is a return to sender that is neutral. You are sending light, and hopefully in that light, they too get clarity, because that's what you're sending back. You are sending their energy back with a glowing light of clarity. You know, because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is hand back what was never yours. Now, there is another option. And again, as you know, I like to give you many different options. Find the ones you resonate with. I'm not pushing something on you because I don't want you to do any practice that you don't feel good about. Now, another way to do this is you can use a mirror. Some people do not believe in using mirrors. I respect that, but I am still going to share this information in case you do use mirrors, okay? You hold the mirror. You hold it to your heart, okay? And you say this: let all false cords be reflected. Let all misaligned access dissolve. Let the sender hold what belongs to them and nothing more. That means you are clearing the energetic cords that are attached to your heart, that are pulling on your heartstrings. This is a way to return the energy clean and not dirty. And that's what I say always. Definitely when you're returning energy to people, return it with the energy of light and clarity, because it makes all the difference. Now, it's really important that once your energy is cleared, you don't just walk away. This is not a one and done. It's very important to reinforce the boundary. This is where the firewall gets rebuilt. Okay, you've been through something, somebody got into your energy, you've done these methods or methods that work for you to get them out. Now you have to try layering the energy. And I talked about this before in the other videos where it's really good to layer, because when you layer, you fortify your firewall. Okay, so try this energetic layering practice. You'll dress a candle with olive oil, rosemary, and a pinch of black pepper. You will carve your name or initials into the wax. Okay? Light the candle and say this: my energy is sealed in truth. No influence may enter unless I consciously allow it. I am protected. I am restored. What was mine returns. What is not is gone. And you will let the candle burn all the way out, or snuff it out respectfully. You don't blow it out, you always snuff it out. Now, other things that you can do to add to this is you can rub bay leaf oil on your wrists, okay? And you can also set out a glass of water by your front door to catch any energetic, like trespassing. That also helps as you do this, okay? If you put the glass of water out at night, in the morning, you will pour it out. Sometimes you will actually see very interesting things in your water. But this is all things that you can do alongside dressing the candle, because again, layering your practices really fortifies your firewall. But like I always say, only do the practices that you are comfortable with and that you resonate with. And then don't make you feel like you're doing something wrong. Because if you feel that way, it will not be potent. And I don't want that for you. I want you to feel safe. I want you to be successful. So the best thing you can do is honor yourself first and foremost, and then do the practices that I have mentioned or other ones that you find. And I just want to say this: you are the gatekeeper of your field. And here's what most people don't understand. Just because somebody has tapped in doesn't mean they get to stay. And just because the energy entered your space doesn't mean that it belongs to you. You are the gate. You are the key. And you are the contract holder and the contract breaker. No one gets to take your authority. No one gets to control your destiny. And you must remember this, that you are the gatekeeper. Visualize it in your mind that you're the gate, the key, and the one who gets to say what stays, what goes, what you agree to, and what you don't agree to. Once you are in that energy, and that is your belief, that also fortifies your field, that nothing and no one can cross into your energy without your conscious awareness and approval. So see yourself as the gate, see yourself as the key, and see yourself as the one who gets to decide the contracts that you agree to or don't agree to. Belief is number one in all of this energy. Believe it, know it, feel it, that you can protect yourself, that you are protecting yourself, and no energy can affect you unless you allow it to. And just remember, with all of this information, this is not paranoia. This is precision. You are not being dramatic. You are being discerning, and you are not overreacting. You are finally protecting what's sacred, which is you and your energy, your life, and your destiny. And this information that I have shared with you today and throughout all of the videos, this is how you cleanse, this is how you restore, and this is how you take your power back. And that's why I'm trying to share all of this information with you in the many different ways that I'm sharing it, so that you can find ways to be safe, be protected, and have full conscious control over your energy and your destiny. And I want to leave you with this final affirmation. Say it with me. I do not consent to energetic interference. I am the only authority in my field. I revoke, release, and reclaim. I am sealed, sovereign, and safe. And so it is. Claim it, know it, feel it. What you declare is what's real, so declare it with all of your intention. You are safe. You are sovereign. You are sealed. So that's all I got for you, my amazing Astral fam. Definitely drop a comment if you've ever had to energetically cleanse after something just didn't feel right. And did you learn anything new from the video today? Are you going to be trying any of these steps? And definitely like the video to affirm your sovereignty and help push this out to others. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode, because we are diving into spiritual contracts you never knew you signed up for and how they got you to do it. I will see you in the next video.